points. I'm going to rope in Mitali Nikore, economist, into this conversation as well. Mitali, that's a question that India has been asking a number of groupings, right? That we represent 1/5 of the humanity, the fourth largest economy. Why aren't we part of a number of these groupings? Let's not get into the UNSC conversation. That is obviously a pain point with most Indians, most intellectual Indians as well. But why isn't India just being invited as at a peripheral level, for the lack of a better word?
No, absolutely. And I don't think that we should be accepting anything peripheral from this moment on. Because at the end of the day, having worked a lot and extensively within the multilateral organizations and within the system, it's very evident to me that there continues to be a colonial lens that a lot of these multilateral organizations and international organizations continue to apply despite stated policies to the opposite. When you look at the stated policies, it's very evident that they want to serve beneficiaries in the global south. But, we're not beneficiaries, we're development partners. And until that language changes in international development, where we are looked at as equal partners working with the global north, where we are looked at as equal to the say technical experts who come from the global north to come and tell us how to run things here. I'd love to know why the government of countries like in the West who are facing financial challenges don't reach out to expert economists from India who have the experience of dealing with economic crisis to advise them on how to run their economies better. That's only because of the colonial lens that is continuing to be applied. So I think the time has come very clearly for the government of India to not back down in our requests and in our assertion of our place in the world, and for us to lead global groupings, new global groupings that we may, want to foster, particularly with emerging economies and global south economies, as we have done with the G20. I mean, when we look at the way India led the presidency of the G20, it was an example for the whole world to see, because not only did we convene the 20 largest economies of the world in 57 events in almost 28 cities across our country, but we also brought in delegations from countries from the global south and other emerging economies who weren't part of the G20, and made sure that their voice was actually heard when, a lot of delegations were coming in and they were talking about the fact that they had never actually spoken at forums like this, and we made them part of the decision making. So I think the kind of inclusive leadership that India has already demonstrated through the G20 is something that we should now not back down from, and
Okay.
not even ask to be on the periphery.